Hi Pawan, welcome back to the Divine Feminine Energy channel. So lately I've been making a lot of changes on my channel because I was burned out a lot with the readings that I did and the amount of energy that I put into them. And it made me enjoy it less and it made me depleted, and I've been really called to reevaluate my career and all of this. So I am now going to be really trying to create this beautiful space on the channel where we're going to be diving into our feminine energy, into our manifestations in different ways. So I will be posting how-to videos where I'm going to be talking you guys through different ways and different topics, to help you on your spiritual journey, to help you on embracing your divine femininity. I'm going to be posting subliminals as well. And with the subliminals, I'm basically, helping you guys in your subconscious mind, allowing your manifestations to come through, allowing that reprogramming to happen. Kind of make that a really fun, trendy a way of exploring your manifestations. And then occasionally I'm going to be posting readings. They will be less long, so the extended version of the readings will be available on Patreon, where you guys can either buy an extended version or have a subscription. And with the subscription, you will have access to a lot more readings, plus week ahead predictions from me. So if you guys want to show some love on my recent content, my new content, it means a lot to me if you guys do, because throughout Scorpio season, we'll be diving into our dark feminine energy on my channel. So a lot of readings around our power, our seduction, as well as videos on how to tap into this, our intuition, our really our dark feminine energy is going to be a theme in October on my channel. So show me some love. And today you guys are going to get a reading on your seductive power. And I made a subliminal, which is already available for you guys, that will even help you increase your seductive power, as well as a video on your dark femininity. And again, this will also help increase your dark feminine power. I even made journal prompts and extra readings on Patreon. So all these things this month, checking out everything will really, really increase your power. We're working on this in different ways than usual, but I'm excited. I think it's going to be more powerful than ever. So with all that being said, we're going to get started with your reading today. Okay. So you guys chose this beautiful kind of Egyptian woman. At least she reminds me of an Egyptian heritage. So maybe you guys have beautiful dark hair, or you have dark skin, which is very seductive to people. Your hair and your skin is what I'm hearing. Another thing that is kind of that Egyptian that I was picking up on also reminded me of the goddess Isis. So I don't know if you guys resonate with her, but you might have some sort of Isis influence in your energy as well. You may have had a past life in Egypt, is what I'm hearing. And gold tones look really good on you. You may have almost like a golden skin tone, is what I'm hearing. Or golden jewelry accentuates your aura very beautifully because you have an expensive, powerful aura, is what I'm hearing. And gold illuminates that. I'm also hearing Taurus. Some of you may have Taurus placements, Aries. is another one that I heard. Aries placements and Taurus placements are coming through. Let's pull a card. 𝚈𝚾. What is 𝚈𝚾's seductive power? Okay. Kali. Oh, that's cool. The mother of the universe. I release all that doesn't serve me. It's time to be the truth of who I am. That's really cool. In the name of my theme on YouTube being dark feminine right now, she is definitely an embodiment of that. So I think what is very powerfully seductive about you is that you have this enticing, relatively intense energy about you that even to some people is a little bit intimidating or a little bit scary, where it's like, I really do not put up with anything that doesn't serve me. So even though you have a very luxurious aura, or I would say there's something quite luxurious about your appearance, your spirit feels very warrior woman. It feels very ruthless, like, you know, I may look soft and pretty, but don't mess with me because I really will make you regret it, is what I'm hearing. So some of you guys may have that type of energy, and people might even sense that about you. Like, it kind of gives this energy of like someone that you don't want to get on your bad side. You don't want to piss you off. And I also feel like it is seductive because it really talks about your high value energy. It talks about how much you respect yourself. And I think a lot of your seduction is also channeled through your eyes. Like, again, there may be a softness about you in your skin or your hair, but you might hold a bit of your warrior woman energy, your dark femininity. You may hold a little bit of that through your eyes, which I do believe that certain traits or energies that we possess, they also come through in certain physical attributes that we carry, So you may carry like a sweet, light feminine in different parts of your appearance, but your eyes or your hair or your skin or something along, I see those, they may give a glimpse of your dark femininity, of something in you that can be relatively a little bit more dominant or a little bit more assertive than other parts of you may symbolize, if that makes sense. That's how I'm seeing it. Okay, so let's do a dice roll for you guys. I normally start with the dice roll, but this card needed to come out. Like, it was very strong. So maybe you're also, what's seductive is that you're quite matter of fact. Like, maybe you know how to get things done. You don't beat around the bush. And I think people find that very attractive. Like, you're still soft and feminine, but there's something about you that's just like, yeah, you really cannot be messed with, and you don't sit on things. You're very matter of fact. Like, if something needs to be said or done, like, you're gonna get it done. You're not gonna waste time, is what I'm hearing. So what is your seductive power? Ooh, yeah, Capricorn. Uranus, 7th house, which is a cool combination of things, because Capricorn energy makes sense here. I do feel something earthy in your appearance. So I don't know if it's rising sign or Venus sign for some of you, or sun sign. Like, maybe you can also be relatively calm a lot of the times, but you don't let people walk over you. You're kind of in your own boss energy, like you don't let people, you just don't let people mess with you is the biggest thing. Like, you really don't. You see right through it as well. And with Uranus in the 7th house, I would definitely see you surprise people. You surprise people with this. It's a bit shocking to people that you can switch up on them with a very fierce Kali-like energy, like really, really not tolerating any BS, really not standing for it, like, yeah, unapologetically. And there is a surprising element about it. Like, people don't see it coming. And I think the surprise is that you can be very calm too. Like, you can be very calm. Like, I was channeling Taurus or Capricorn. Like, these energies can also be very calm. They're very earthy, but there's something deeper within you that can be very fiery if the situation asks for it, if you're called for it, okay? So let's see a little bit more. What is your seductive power, 𝚂𝚂? Okay. Calling back the moon and Sagittarius energy. Yeah. And awareness, I will grab 2 cards here. So I would say you're incredibly intuitive. Like, you're very aware of people. And that is what also is seductive about you, because nothing can get past you. And that just amplifies how powerful people can sense that your energy is. And I think you can pull anything or anyone back if you really want to. But the thing is that you don't. Like, it almost feels like you're maybe sometimes kind of good with being by yourself, and you don't necessarily wait or want people to come back to you, or you're kind of able to move on. You're able to keep going, to reinvent yourself, to not stay stuck on things for too long. That's what this kind of feels like. Okay, so I'm also going to be using some of my own decks, which are also available for purchase. May you find that to be something that you're interested in. So we're going to be using the romance deck and then a little bit of the Deeper Desires oracles for today. So 𝚂𝚂, what is your seductive power? Okay, let's do the cards that came out. You deserve more. Yeah, you know what you deserve. That's the thing. You deserve more than I can give you. And I hear someone say, yes, I do. Like, there's no, like, you know your worth. You really know your worth. And I want to commit to you. Like I said, you can make anyone come back if you want to. You can make anyone commit to you because you're also a very committed person yourself. Like, I see this kind of Capricorn energy, Saturnian influence or Martian influence in your spirit, which is like, if I want to get it done, I'll get it done. If I want to move on from it, I'll move on from it. Like, I'm not like staying stuck on it. Like, I'm more than capable of doing that. And if you want to catch up, then, that's on you. Make sure you catch up. Okay, so we'll have a couple final cards for you. What is your seductive power, 𝚂𝚂? What is 𝚂𝚂's seductive power? Yeah, people may get very jealous and possessive of you because you're kind of like, I'll give you one chance, You got one chance to get it right. Again, this is also my own deck. May you want to purchase it. It's also available in Etsy. It's my Dark Desires deck. Ooh, you may dress. Again, there's something about your appearance. You may not be afraid to dress up seductively or fancy, like kind of expensive, or a bit of a combination. And you have a great sex appeal as well. And you may know all these things about you. You seem like you've mastered pretty well how to make your appearance and energy really work in your favor to get what you want. All right, 𝚂𝚂. So I'm going to continue your reading on Patreon. we're going to go a little bit deeper into this energy for you. And you guys can find the reading on there. You can listen to my Femme Fatale Subliminal or my Dark Feminine Energy video to just even more increase this energy that you already naturally beautifully possess at this time. But it is Scorpio season as I'm filming this, so obviously we're gonna get even more powerful in this energy of us. So I hope to see you on my Patreon, and yeah, all the links to that are to be found down below. And I'm going to be moving on to 𝚈𝚂 now. Bye. Hi 𝚈𝚂, welcome back to the Divine Feminine Energy channel. So today we're looking into what is your seductive power, and I want to make you guys aware that the channel is changing a bit, and doing a lot of readings on YouTube was draining me, really didn't make me feel great anymore. So I've been really guided to shift things around and play around with my content and ways of, bringing beautiful, meaningful, spiritual content to you guys. And I decided okay, let's shift it up a bit. So today's reading, we're going to keep it short. The extended version on what is the most seductive thing about you according to others is going to be available on Patreon for purchase or for a subscription. And you guys will get access to other readings as well on Patreon. And I also have introduced a theme of the dark femininity to step into your dark feminine energy with me this month in Scorpio season, or whenever you are watching this. So you're going to be finding different videos on my channel. I've done a subliminal on your femme fatale energy, how to step into that and manifest more of that energy just by watching and listening to a subliminal. And I've also made how to step into your dark feminine energy, where we're going to be explaining this energy, talking you through this energy a bit more. And I've also been making 42 journal prompts to step in your dark feminine energy. So all these little things are available to you guys to, really fully embody your most seductive, powerful energy with me this month. So without further ado, for your reading here today, we're going to see what your seductive power is. And let's get started with that right away. What is 𝚈𝚂's seductive power? I do think you guys could look very good in red. Wow, Lilith. I love Lilith. She is incredibly powerful, and it really does embody dark femininity. So even when you look at your Lilith placement in your birth chart, this can already tell you a lot about where and how you can really increase your dark femininity. So if your Lilith is in your first house, then maybe your dark feminine energy is very physical. If it's in your fourth house, maybe, you kind of embrace your dark femininity as well as going through these ancestral healing cycles to bring that out. You can use your astrology with this as well, is a little tip from your guides. And we have, I'm the voice of my body and soul, and I choose the life that I desire to live. I do think your voice is a pretty big emphasis here as well, since we also have for your thumbnail Sabrina Carpenter, and she is, kind of the pop princess of our current industry, right? She really is. And she has a lot of Venusian energy in her chart. She has a lot of Taurus and Libra, I believe. And she embodies a very flirty, fun, almost doll-like energy. And maybe there's a part of you that resonates with that. Like maybe you can be very Venusian. Maybe if you want, you can be very flirty. Maybe you can use your body language, or maybe you're quite witty with your words. So maybe I heard, maybe you know how to make someone kind of blush by complimenting them or pointing something out, which is just quite sharp. So maybe you're kind of Libra, Venusian type of flirty sometimes, just like you're very charming is what I would say. People find you to be charming and not afraid to charm. So maybe you will kind of find yourself quite, maybe you like to flirt a bit. Maybe you don't necessarily get too shy about it. Maybe you enjoy that, you know? And with Lilith, it's kind of like maybe you're also aware of your seduction, because Lilith, you know, in the whole history of her not wanting to succumb to Adam, maybe it's like you're aware of how your power as a woman, what that holds, and that you don't have to give it away to be liked or desired, because you already know that innately, by harnessing and really respecting your femininity, that you can get whatever you want. Like you don't have to try so hard. And maybe I feel like this is a very girl, an empowered femininity, and it doesn't have to be for women, but it is empowered femininity. So even if you're a guy or you identify differently, it feels like you're very empowered in your femininity. Like, yeah, let's shine that, and let's play around with it a little bit as well, is what I'm hearing. So little mannerisms is what I'm seeing, like the way you walk, the way you talk. Maybe you sometimes accentuate your curves or accentuate your walk or your voice, and you just play with your energy a bit. You play with your femininity is what I'm hearing. So even if you resonate with masculine energy, you still play with your femininity. Sorry, I heard the neighbors and I was like, not sure if someone was entering, but we're good. We're good. Pile 2. What is your seductive power? And I'm also hearing with the first woman, maybe some of you guys have like a little bit of a cute competitiveness, like not necessarily with other women, but like I feel like it's quite innocent. It's kind of like, in general, you could have a trait that's a little bit competitive, but you can also just have this energy of like, if I'm not your first, you know, I'm not going to be anything to you at all. Like if I'm not worshipped by you, if I'm not, you know, then I don't want to be anything from you at all. Like, you know, and maybe you bring that out in a bit of a playful way, but people can also definitely sense that it's no joke, you know, that there is a certain truth to what you are saying. So I want to take these cards, but let me first roll the dice so I can use the dice to cover up. So pile 2, what is your seductive power? Yeah, I like that we have Sag here because there is something a bit playful about you, and Sag embodies that with the 10th house and Venus. Look, and then we have Sun in Scorpio and Sun in Pisces. Let's see. Let's put it here. So what I'm kind of seeing is you have a very serious energy, but you're also very playful. So it's like you don't allow people to put you at second place. You maybe even in your career, like know that you're a trendsetter and you're going to be on top, you know? And maybe that's something that's important to you as well, where it's like you constantly are bettering yourself. But you're also very protective of yourself, and you might, what's seductive about that as well is that you want someone near you, and you make a person feel like they're pretty masculine in your energy, if that makes sense, because you might allow someone, to be protective of you. You may flirt with them and be a bit feminine, and then you almost encourage people in their masculinity as well, where it's like, oh yes, when you cannot open a jar, you may hand it to someone, and even though you probably could open that jar, but you might want to make people feel, or partners feel, like that in your presence, or you hold someone's hand and let them shield you from the street. And instead of being like, oh no, let me do it all myself, like you like to play with that dynamic a little bit, is what I'm hearing. And that is very fun and playful to others and seductive. But don't get me wrong, like you're more than capable of doing things yourself and being very good at what it is that you're doing, but you've just mastered allowing someone else to do their part, and that makes you more attractive. So we're going to do some final cards from my own decks, which is the Dark Desire Oracle deck. If you guys want to get my decks to support me, that would be lovely. It's available on Etsy, and I'll link it down below. I am not right for you. Yeah, you know what's right for you and what isn't as well. And there's an innocence, and you may play on it a little bit. Like you're so capable and independent, but you play on it a little bit. You let yourself be a bit innocent. You let yourself be a bit like that, And with I'm not right for you, I think you do empower people. You make them feel like they can do more than what they realize themselves. But if something is really not right for you, like you're definitely not going to entertain it. But you do empower people. You do make them feel, especially like partners, make them feel like they're capable of more than they would give themselves credit for. And my Romance Oracle deck, also available on my Etsy. So let's see about that. Some final cards. What is your seductive power? Oh, yeah, you may make people that naturally repress their emotions all of a sudden in your energy become more empowered to speak up, because you just know how to use your femininity to allow people to step into their masculinity. That's really it. And you allow people to reach out to you, to protect you, to do their bit, to say sorry. Like you could do everything yourself, but you know what to give away and how to receive. So Pile 2, I'm going to continue this reading on Patreon, and we're going to look into what do people find most seductive about you. So we're going to go a little bit more deeply into that. May you want to, find me on Patreon, go ahead, or watch the Femme Fatale Subliminal or the Dark Femininity video to even amplify your already beautifully seductive energy. Come do that with me this season. I'm going to, post a lot to give you guys that opportunity. And for today, I'm sending you so much love, and I hope to see you on my next video. Bye! Hi Pile 3, welcome back to the Divine Feminine Energy channel. So I have made some changes on my channel recently. Some of you might have seen, and I do want to keep you guys posted on that. So basically, doing readings the way I used to do them was very draining to me. Too many readings in a week, too long, too much energy, and it really was hard for me to remain grounded. So and there were also other things that I wanted to share with you guys than just doing readings. So on my channel right now, I'm going to be making videos on specific, feminine energy subjects. I'm going to also be making subliminals. You guys can already check out my first 2 videos that I posted on this new theme. And in October, the theme will be our dark feminine energy. And yeah, we're just going to dive into amazing topics surrounding that. So you guys can watch that and support me. That would mean the world to me. And for the tarot readings that I'm doing, you guys are going to get on YouTube a bit of a shorter tarot reading than I normally would do in the past. And an extended version of the readings is available on Patreon. So you guys can watch the extended version on today's reading, which will be what is the most seductive thing about you right now on Patreon. And yeah, that's all going to be linked down below. So you guys will find everything on today's reading. I also made some journal prompts on our dark feminine energy. So there's a bunch of content that I'm going to try to put out to really help you guys dive deeper into this beautiful, powerful, seductive, intuitive energy this month. All right. So let's start with our energy reading today. And it's going to be on what is your seductive power, pile 3. Give me 1 second because I'm also grabbing the thumbnail. Yeah, so cool. Such witchy energy. Maybe you guys have a little bit of that going on for yourself. Like maybe you hold a lot of power in occult ways as well. That it's like maybe you know how to work with like your astrology chart. Maybe you know how to like work with your energy through potentially, I'm hearing like herbs. Maybe you know how to work with your energy through certain rituals you do. Like maybe that's something that's important to you. And it adds to your seductive power because it's like you're feeding yourself. I'm hearing very pure energy. So again, like that could be like you eat very healthy, or again, I hear herbs, or you know how to flow with the natural energy of the moon cycles. And that just adds to your energy being very magnetic is what I'm hearing. So what is pile 3's seductive power? I'm gonna take 1 card. So we have 2 cards, but I'm taking 1. I will show you the other one in case you want to know. I love this card, Isis, the goddess of magic. And then we have Bridget, who I also love, by the way, the goddess of the eternal flame. So I'm definitely seeing like when we're talking a little bit about physicality, that your hair and your eyes are quite, maybe you have very big hair for some of you, or long hair, or a certain color in your hair that people really like. But there's also the goddess of magic, Isis. I talked about her in, I think, pile 1 as well. I talked about her. So maybe you felt drawn to more than 1 pile. And sexual energy is sacred. My pleasure is a prayer that brings me back to life. Maybe something seductive about you is how you dance, like your body movements, like the way that your body, I feel moves. So I don't know if you guys dance or if this is in how you walk. Maybe you talk with your hands a lot. But I feel like you guys take very good care of yourself and you do what feels good. So you take care of your body in a way that feels good, and you take care of yourself in a way that's quite liberated. So maybe you also have done a lot of work on honoring your own pleasure in life. And that doesn't just have to be in an intimate way. That can be like you honoring that you are prioritizing the things that feel good to you, you know? So not necessarily being held down by, I have to do this because I have to do this, but like, I do this because it's a privilege that I can do this. Like, I desire to do this, so I'm doing it. So you move with a specific amount of freedom, is what I'm hearing here. What is yours? Oh, sorry, guys. What is your seductive power, pile 3? Triumph. Yeah, you guys may have pile 3, whether you realize that or not. You may have quite some romantic suitors, or they're gonna be coming up for you if you feel like you don't have that just yet. Because this is the card where it's like Sun in Leo and multiple people are kind of in line for her, and she is. And again, there is an emphasis on kind of like nudity or skin. So I don't know if you guys are quite comfortable in your skin or quite comfortable with other people being in that as well. So potentially you even celebrate that. Like, you may, the way I will try and describe this is like, you may bring out an energy. It could be very Lilith energy as well. You may bring out this energy where you might almost encourage people's natural selves. And yes, this is done in a soul way. So you encourage people's authentic selves, but it's also done in a physical, sexual way. So maybe you encourage people because you are quite confident in your own sensuality, that, and in your own body, that you kind of maybe encourage people through that to show a little bit more of their body or their relationship to their body. So there is something, and their relationship to their pleasure. So you may notice that people amplify when they are around you and they may be interested in you. Maybe they try to amplify their physical features or their physical confidence because they feel like you have a lot of that. You move and you show skin. So when people are around you, they may feel like they have to be, confident in that as well, and show more of themselves, is what I'm hearing. So that's really nice, because I think, being able to show yourself and your skin is also a way of magic, of spirituality, because we weren't born, our most authentic selves aren't always like fully clothed and, hidden. It is also our physical body, and being able to show skin. I feel like that's a very strong component of someone who's very in touch with their authentic energy as well. But that's my personal opinion. And we have Moon in Capricorn waiting. Yeah, I think something very seductive about you is also that you may make people wait at times, or you may wait for the right person to come along for you, because you might go into a certain period of your life where multiple people may want to come up to you, multiple people may feel interested in you, or maybe that's something you have had throughout your life already. But it's kind of like you're not someone to go and choose quick fix over long-term gratification. You're very much a long-term gratification person. So maybe as well with dating and stuff, like you may stay single for long, even if you have a lot of suitors in a way that people may desire you. You may choose to stay single because you're waiting for that, the best thing to come along. And that's attractive because that makes you a highly selective person. All right. So let's do a dice roll. I should have done that secondly, but hey, who cares? What is your seductive power? Okay, we have Gemini, North Node in the 9th house. Yeah, I also hear like the choices that you have in people, in things that you want to do in life, like it seems to always be expanding, and you seem to have a certain knowledge of that. Like as long as I am, who I am in my authentic energy, I take care of my body, I follow my own natural cycles, my own natural beauty, I can attract whoever I want, whenever I want. And it seems that you have mastered this energy of knowing that new things can come up for you, new people can come up for you. So you remain very open in your energy of like, even if you have to other people great choices, you might still, wait for the better ones to come around. Okay, so I'm gonna do some final cards of my own deck, which is also available on Etsy. And yeah, we're going to continue this reading on Patreon, so don't miss out on that. What is your seductive power pile? Whoa. Let's take the 2 that are here. Let me be there for you. Yeah. You also make people kind of have to prove that they're really there for you, like they're really sustainable. Even if you have beautiful, attractive choices of people, like that's not enough for you. Like you're very high quality in what you allow and what you don't, And I think people can fall for you relatively easily because, yeah, you just have a very strong sex appeal, but it's met with this, I'm not playing with that energy. Like I have this appeal, but it's only going to be for someone like on an intimate level if they meet me with stability and efforts and consistency. So people see that as a very powerful, seductive thing that you have mastered, Okay, so my final card, also again available on my Etsy, my romance deck. What is your seductive power, pile 3? I'm gonna take 2 of these. See you in my dreams. Yes, you make people potentially fantasize about you a lot. You have the ability to creep into their subconscious. And there is something a bit intimidating about you. I can see that because of with the moon in Capricorn, like you do demand very high value behavior to really, to really be accessible, All right, pile 3, we're going to continue this on Patreon. You guys can come up with a subscription there or just a one-time purchase of the reading if you feel drawn to it. So we're gonna go into what is the most seductive thing about you right now, according to others. So I hope to see you guys there and all the other goodies on this dark feminine theme, and to even more deeply embody this dark feminine, femme fatale, seductive energy is gonna be in the link down below. So I hope you guys will really enjoy this theme this month with me. Bye, love you.